Hello students, I am Dr. Swati Agrawal, working as Assistant Professor in Kalinga University, Department of Civil Engineering. Today we are here to discuss about Module 2, which is considered as a water distribution and water supply. A water supply project consists of taking of raw water from sources, river, stream or reservoir, conveying into purification unit and finally distribution of the consumer. Thus, a water supply project consists of work for collection of water, work for conveyance of water, work for purification and treatment, and work for distribution of water to the consumer. The proper planning consists of economical, efficiently functioning unit with minimum recurring and operational expenditure and trouble. It has been discussed in earlier topic that water demand is not constant. There are several factors which cause fluctuation in demand, and well-planned water supply scheme has to supply water as and when required depending upon the demand. Earlier, it has been discussed that maximum daily demand goes as high as 1.8 times the average daily demand, of course only at peak hours, that is the certain hour in the day. We cannot expect purification unit to be made to purify water at double of the average demand at peak period. Hence, in the system, one or more reservoirs are inserted to furnish elasticity to the distribution system so that different units to work at a constant average rate. First, we'll discuss about water distribution system. The purpose of distribution system is to deliver water to consumer with appropriate quality, quantity and pressure. Distribution system is used to describe collectively the facility used to supply water from its sources to the point of uses. What are the requirements of good distribution? First, water quality should not get disturbed in the distribution pipe. Next, it should be capable of supplying water at all the intended place with sufficient pressure head. It should be capable of supplying the amount of water during firefighting. Next, the layout should be such that no consumer would be without water supply during the repair of any section of the system. Next, fifth is all the distribution pipes should be preferably laid 1 meter above or away from the sewer lines, so our water pipeline cannot be merged with the sewer lines. Next, it should be fairly watertight as to keep losses due to leakage to the minimum. Next, we will discuss about layout of distribution network. The distribution pipe are generally laid below the road pavement, and as such their layouts generally follow the layout of roads. There are in general 4 different type of pipe network, and one of which either slightly or combination can be used for a particular places. They are grid, ring, radial and dead-end system. Grid iron system, it is suitable for cities with rectangular layout where the water mains and branches are laid in rectangular. What are the advantages of grid iron system is water is kept in good circulation due to the absence of dead ends. Second, in the cases of breakdown in some section, water is available from some other direction. Next, we'll discuss about the ring system. The supply main is laid along the peripheral road and sub-mains branches out from the mains. Thus, this system also follows the grid ring system with the flow pattern similar in character to that of dead-end system. So, determination of the size of pipe is easy. In the circulation of ring system, the supply mains form a ring around the distribution area. The branches are connected crosswise to the mains and also to each other. This system is more reliable for a town with well-planned street and road. The advantage and disadvantage of the system are same as those of the gridiron system. Next topics we'll discuss in the second module is water treatment reservoir. As we know, reservoir is very essential and important for water saving. The water supply sources such as wells or water treatment plants operate best and bet at steady design rate over relatively longer period of time. However, demand is in the water treatment distribution system continuously fluctuating. Most water treatment distribution system experience short-term peak demand which exceed the available rate of supply. Service reservoir provide a suitable reservoir of treated water to supply to the shortfall in the water distribution system during the peak demand. First is function of reservoir, function of service reservoir. Service reservoir are provided in the water treatment distribution system for the following function. What are the following function we'll discuss? First is to equal the variation in hourly demand of water by the consumer to uniform rate of supply from the sources either by gravity or pumping. Second, to maintain the desired minimum residual pressure in the distribution system. Next, to provide the required contact time and the deficiency added in order to achieve efficient disinfection. Next, to facilitate carrying out repair either to the pumping main or to pump set without interruption of any water supply. Next topic of our storage is types of storage reservoir. Service reservoir can be of two types, balancing reservoir and service reservoir. Further, they can be either elevated reservoir, also called overhead tank, or ground level reservoir, also called underground sump. Next, storage volume of reservoir. The volume of water storage needed depends upon the several types. First is minimum rate of peak hourly demand. Already we have discussed in earlier module. Next is maximum rate of pumping, and the last of the list is duration and actual schedule of pumping and distribution in the day. So thank you students for listening me, and for this we have covered our module 2. We will be continuing in module 3, our next topic.